Hello everybody, long time no talk. It is Sunday, May 21st, 2023, and I've been trying to get you guys a video for the past couple weeks now, and just hasn't happened. So we are going to do this in one take. Hope everybody's doing well. Happy belated Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, and happy early Father's Day to all the dads out there. All right, so as you guys know, last year a lot of the critters got in and ate a lot of the plants. That was very frustrating, so I vowed in the off season to fix that, and well, check it out. It is getting a little dark, but I think it's going to be all good. So there is now a 230 foot fence, 230 linear feet fence around the perimeter of the garden, and it's like Fort Knox, hopefully. Let's take a look. So we have T-posts. I did T-posts at least every 10 feet, some places 5 feet. And then attached to them are these 10-foot pieces of 3/4 inch EMT conduit. It's great material to do something like this out of. And then there's a company called Maker Pipe, and they make these connectors that allow you to take EMT conduit that is designed for electrical stuff into kind of like a DIY project connects kind of thing. So connected there, and then the fencing is the hardware cloth that I had last year. It's 4 feet, and then I have it bent down and out and staked down at the bottom, so hopefully the critters can't get underneath. And then I purchased, it's a roll of 330 foot roll of, I believe it's 6 feet in length and height. It's from like Deer Busters or Critter Fence, one of those two. And they're just 1 inch plastic squares, and I attach everything with zip ties. So essentially what you have is a 10-foot wall. So groundhogs can climb 4 feet, but I doubt I'm going to see them up there. And you probably guys are noticing the other addition. This is the new greenhouse. So this greenhouse is 8 by 12, 8 feet by 12 feet, and it's been awesome. Really learned a lot this year from seed starting. I started them in the basement like I usually do, but I was able to bring them out. I brought some out to the greenhouse, and I kept some in the basement just to see how they would go, like side by side, like the same kind of plants. And the ones in the greenhouse just thrived. So I brought all my plants out there. And so next year, I'll try and do the same. Excuse me. All right, one take. Here we go. All right, so where should we start? I guess I'll give you a tour. It's been, life has been crazy. Good crazy, but crazy nonetheless. Tyler is, he's 3, and Taylor is 1. Yeah, everything's going 90 miles per hour. So getting down here and dedicating time to the garden has not been easy. Especially the time I got down here, I was working on the fence and not the actual garden. So I have a lot of it planted. There's still some areas that I haven't planted. I have seed potatoes and sweet potatoes and some onion sets that just I haven't put in yet, among other things. But it's a work in progress. And here we go. Here's the tour. So you remember this bed, the front has strawberries in it. All the animals or the critters ate, like nothing came back really. So I got all new plants there up front. It was Ozark and Flavor Fest were the two varieties. One's a June bearing, one's an ever bearing. So we'll see what happens. There's already, look at this guy. Little strawberry there. So Tyler will be very happy. And then the archway. So this year, I'm trying a couple different things. I have so many tomato plants and I didn't have any room, so I had to think of where to put them. So I put 4 tomato plants on each corner of this cattle panel archway. So I tried to pick some good ones. A Moneymaker is it's a cherry tomato. Gobstopper, another kind of cherry tomato that has a lot of different colors. What's over there? It's a chocolate pear. I'm just intrigued by them. I haven't grown them before. And Sun Gold, which is a great variety. Also put some peas in here. I want to put some beans in here. I haven't done that yet. I haven't gotten to it. This back row, I haven't done anything yet. So, and again, some more peas down here. And then these are all peppers, but I'll take you around the other side so you might be able to actually read what they are if you want to. So last year in here I had like carrots that didn't do well, a bunch of stuff that didn't do well. So we put peppers in here. We put them a foot apart, so hopefully that's good enough. I was thinking about doing like more of like 18 inches, but it's not rolling a foot. So this is Pepper Alley. And I haven't done anything yet in here. Not really sure yet. And then tomatoes. So again, a lot of tomatoes. Needed a place to put them. So I put a lot of the paste tomatoes here. Now I'm putting the tomatoes 2 feet apart. And in between, if you remember last year, I put the peppers in between. And just wasn't good for the peppers because the tomatoes just overtook the whole entire area. So, but that's a lot of space not to try something. So I'm trying a bunch of different stuff this year in between the tomatoes to see kind of what works and what doesn't. So like you can see here I have onions. And then basil, which I know does well, but more basil. And then back here I planted peas. And they're starting to pop up. So that'll be good. Alright, let's just keep going down this side. Here's Michelle's grapes. Oh, sorry. They're doing very well. These are 2 white grapes and 2 red grapes, I believe. They're alternating. I don't know which is which anymore. But hopefully we get lots of grapes. There is potential to enclose part of this garden. So with this fencing, I can pretty much grid it out and then put that 1-inch fence that's on the top part as a ceiling. So if we do have bird issues, we're going to implement that. All right. So last year we did a row of tomatoes. We're going to stick with that. Tomatoes again. And what I did differently though is I put only beefsteak tomatoes up here. So this is all where the big heavy hitters are, and that's why the plum paste tomatoes were down there, and the cherry tomatoes by the trellis, because I wanted just beefsteak tomatoes. So I'll take you through. I'm not going to read them all because it's getting dark, but you may be able to read them. I'm just going to comment on what's between them. So basil there, nothing. Weeds, nothing yet. More basil. Broccoli rabe. Try to put some peas in here, but I don't know if they're gonna make it or not. Some more onions. As they fall. Basil. Different kinds of basil. I had, I think, cinnamon basil, a Genovese basil, Italian large leaf basil, Thai basil. So, a bunch of different kinds of basil. Some kohlrabi. Got some rosemary down here. I have a little space at the end because I didn't quite have one more beefsteak tomato. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that yet. All right, so moving on. So as you can see with the fencing, I was able to back it up so we can easily walk on either side of the tomatoes. Last year, if you remember, the fence was right against it. Actually, we'll go for a little walk. So I backed the fence up because I wanted to make sure we had room. So it's a nice sized path. It's probably about, I don't know, like 5 feet. So we'll be able to, as they grow, get them from both sides and not let the animals chomp on them. Unless they scale the, or take down the 10-foot fence. Like I said, I put wood chips on either side. So I just have to check the perimeter once in a while, and I see things digging in there. Just have to pay attention. But with the fence, we even enclosed the greenhouse, which is actually kind of nice because if I wanted to open the doors, I could do so because it was enclosed in the fence, and I have to worry about critters eating all my little plants. Okay. All the solar lights are starting to come on. I got these really cool torch looking lights because I also got some architectural salvage fence pieces that I'm really excited about. If you know me, you've probably already seen them, but you won't see them yet here in the garden. So I want to take my time with them. So later. All right. So down here we have, let's see here, lima beans, some soybeans. And here, sugar peas. Nothing in the front of this bed, so I have peas in the back to go up this cattle panel, but haven't planted anything in the front yet, so that's open space. In the back there, Kentucky, green beans, Kentucky beans, and a different kind of that's a Chinese red long noodle beans. Again, nothing in the front. All right, lima beans, pole variety, so they can climb as well. And then in the front, I put I have a pepper, and then parsley, or cilantro. I get them confused. And I believe that's a basil. I think it's Thai basil. All right, in the back here, I have cucumbers. So kind of scale down the cucumbers, back the cucumbers a little bit. I'll probably plant some more other places, but I'm not planning on making any pickles this year. Other companies do a much better job than us, so might as well. But we love fresh cucumbers to eat in salads. So we got Diva cucumbers, and these are all good that we can just eat, pick and eat. Tender green cucumbers, White Wonder cucumbers, which I wonder if they're going to come up. Muncher cucumbers, because you can see, I guess maybe that. Keep on wondering. And these onions here, they've been here with us for a couple years now, and I don't know, I just kind of let them go, see what happens. All right, can we make it? We'll make it. All right, the asparagus beds, these guys are ferning out like crazy. This is year 2, and I did pick a couple asparagus. The rest I'm just letting fern out. So I guess year 3 is when we can really start harvesting them. I watched a YouTube video saying that asparagus and tomatoes get along. So again, looking for places to put tomatoes. So each asparagus bed has a tomato plant. These happen to be cherry tomatoes. I need to build a more solid structure because the ferns, I don't know if you can see them, but they're kind of taking over. I didn't realize how big these asparagus ferns get. And yeah, Sweetie, that's another cherry tomato in there. The horseradish. So this is year 2. Hopefully it's better than year 1. Year 1 didn't really do anything, but these leaves are getting pretty ginormous. So I think it's going to be a good year. There's 3 plants in here. There's one in the middle, and there's one there, and then I guess that's the 3rd, but we'll see. All right, over here, peppers. So more peppers. Peppers are kind of nice because you don't really have to stake them, and they don't take up that much room. So I try to put peppers sporadic around. I have some cauliflower in there, some like sage, some random things. All right, and then we'll do one more row, and then we'll go check out the greenhouse. All right, so the bottom row here, I'm keeping this because I think, yeah, see, it's a garlic that, the garlic beds were in here 2 years ago. And this one, I guess, I don't know. I'd have to go back and look at videos, but he's here. And he's got the scape. Scapes are starting to form. But these beds are peppers. And again, I have some herbs, some cilantro, some parsley, basil, kind of interspersed. And garlic. Garlic is doing amazing. So scapes are forming already, so I'll be able to harvest them soon. But a bunch of different kinds of garlic, I forget, but I believe I did a video on it, at least recorded part of it. More peppers. I think these are cauliflower starts that I just didn't have the heart to let go. If you guys remember Second Chance Garden at the top there, I haven't really done much with that yet. So I did plant some lettuce that an animal has already eaten. So I think we're gonna have to fence in Second Chance Garden, or what I'm also thinking about doing is just making it just a flower bed and do flowers in there. Hopefully you guys can see the torches are on. See one back there? I don't know how it looks with the... All right, welcome to the greenhouse. So this is one that we found on Facebook Marketplace, and it was new in box. The guy, I forget, it was like an extra or he went a different way, but we got it for more than half the price that they usually cost. And oh, the tree's gone. So if you guys remember the tree that was dead, that was kind of leaning over the greenhouse, and finally got the tree guy to come and cut it down. And they kind of flattened this area out a little bit too, which was awesome. So that tree's gone. We can build the greenhouse. All right, so again, I brought all my seedlings from the basement out here early, so this was full. I have pictures, but I don't have enough time to edit things and stick them in here, so just imagine this full of greenery. I also wanted to try some different things, like the carrots, kale, I forget what else is in here, radishes, peas, to see what would do well. Have a little potting table. Have these solar lights. Kind of makes it nice in here. Got peas in here. See, they're starting to flower. See how big the pea plants are? Just hanging out in the greenhouse. I would think it'd be getting too warm in here for them, but hopefully we'll get some peas. And we have the sink from my sister Jen's house. Thanks, Jen. Yeah, it's a nice, it's bigger than the old one. More room in here. I have these shelves that you can put the trays on. It's nice. These windows here, they have like these, like, I guess it's like wax in there, and so they automatically open when it gets warm, and then automatically shut when it cools down. So it looks like they're in the process of shutting because they're not open that high. What do you guys think? Pretty cool, huh? So that's about it, I believe. Here's some of the plants that didn't make it. R.I.P. As you can see, the fence, like I said, goes around. So we're doing a little patrolling, make sure there's no groundhog activity. Looks pretty good. All right, I'm gonna get going. I think next steps here is I want to figure out what I want to do with the potatoes, get them in the ground, onions, and some of these spots that are empty I need to fill. So I can't have empty spots. And then we're probably going to do flowers in the Second Chance garden. So we'll get the family fun there. All right, I will talk to everybody later.